चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगता मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्ण। Welcome to our today's systematic study of Vedic scriptures in that Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 67. Here, all of us are eager and eagerly looking for relief from sufferings of this world. Then there are two ways. One way is to follow the Pravritti Marga, and the other one is Nivritti Marga. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking here, especially in this chapter 18, Nivritti Marga, through which one can attain Sannyasa Yoga. This chapter 18, I also feel like there are two very important chapters, at least for me, I find in Bhagavad Gita. I mean, of course, all the 18 chapters are wonderful. The ninth chapter, which is telling about devotional service, then 12th chapter is telling about devotional service, then 18th chapter, yeah, which is telling about summarizing everything. Of course, second chapter is summarizing, but it is kind of telling what Krishna is going to speak. And 18th chapter is what Krishna has spoken. And that's why these two, I mean, now I have already said four chapters, but one which is telling, 12th chapter, which is telling what is devotional service. Yeah. And 18th chapter is summarizing everything, what is the ladder and everything. Krishna said everything what he is, so I will share the screen and if I have opened it. Okay, let me know if you see that. Oh, Pratik Prabhu, can you read this? Last week we discussed this verse.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। सर्व सर्वधर्म परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणं व्रज अहम त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचे।
No, thank you. Maybe then Ritu Mataji, if you can read the translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. So,
What did you say? I can't hear. Okay, we can't hear you. Maybe someone else can read. Saksham Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
We can hear you.
The
Hmm.
Lord has described various kinds of
Yeah.
knowledge.
Translation. I mean, we could not hear if Ritu Mata is already read. Maybe you can read translation.
Yeah, Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I'm reading the translation, Prabhuji. The Lord has described various kinds of. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear.
Hmm. So maybe I would say, yeah. Satish Prabhu, can you read? Everyone, one by one, will read this translation. So, Saksham Prabhu, you have done it. So, who's next?
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Abandon all varieties of, again, the translation, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Next. I don't know who have already joined, but yeah. Sugandha Mataji is there. Rupa is there.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear.
So abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Don't fear.
Yeah.
Abandon all
Prabhupada is there.
varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all the sinful reactions. Do not fear.
Yeah. Sorry that I am asking again and again because this is something which we take it easy from the Lord's assurance and we continue to fear uh, for everything in the world. Why? Because we don't abandon all varieties of religion. We think that is supreme, that is supreme. This is most important. This is the dearest religion I like. Someone say, "Oh, I like meat eating," so they think, "Oh, okay, religion is, yeah, that's my religion." Have someone heard about cricket as a religion? Everyone, so many religions, people think, and they stick to that. Hmm. Meat eating religion is better for me, so I will think that is the best religion. So in that way, Lord Krishna is saying, abandon all varieties of religion, whatever kinds of religion. In the Purpata, the Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Uh, and all these things. And after speaking the whole Bhagavad Gita, or actually speaking, after speaking everything to Krishna, to Arjuna, he is saying, abandon all varieties of religion. Yeah, he's saying, I have said everything so that you know what is perfect knowledge. Sometimes we may want to know like how the electricity is working, so that when you turn on a switch, then everything is lit up. After knowing everything, yeah, that's good to know, but most important thing is turning on the switch, isn't it? If you turn on the switch, the light is on. Otherwise, what is the use of learning everything? Okay, there is electrons, there is protons, there is neutrons, there is, I don't know, all these things and how this is supplied and how is it coming. And after knowing, I mean, knowledge is so nice, right? But is knowledge itself going to lit the light up? No. Very important is action, activity. Activity, what is needed. And what is that activity is devotional service. And that's why Lord Krishna is saying, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. The activity of knowing everything, the activities that one should perform after um, hearing a lot of religious principles is one should surrender to the Lord. then we may have a doubt, okay, but I have done so much sin. There is so much aprarabdha karma, there is so much sanchita karma, there is so much prarabdha karma, all this karma. Krishna is saying, don't worry all about that. Because sometimes we think the dharma, I want to do this so that I can get this, I can be free from this, etc. etc. Krishna is saying, don't worry all, those are nothing. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. And very important is do not fear. Who is Krishna conscious should not fear for anything. What does that mean? We know that Lord is the supreme controller and he controls the lives of his devotees wonderfully. So that's why one should not fear. A devotee is happy in all circumstances, in all conditions, whatever it is. Next verse, that's the reason we read this verse, is helping us. What happens? Hmm. Hmm? No. Can someone read this verse, please? Hmm?
Uji, I can do
Yes.
that.
Yes. Hmm?
Idam te natpaskaye nabhakataye kadachan na chashru sushreva vachyam na cha mam yo abhisuyati.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yes,
confidential
translation.
knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to come who is envious of me.
Yeah, someone else. The purport, please.
Persons, persons who have not undergone the austerities of the religious process, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality, or who are envious of the greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge.
Okay, we pause here. Yeah. So this is very important. Yeah. Persons who have not undergone the austerities of the religious process. What is that? Who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality, or who are envious of greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge. So, so Bhagavad Gita is not for everyone. Of course, come on. We keep hearing, we heard so many places that Bhagavad Gita, yeah, is something for everyone. For kids also we are teaching, right? Bhagavad Gita. Then why is this? Because it shouldn't be that people envy Krishna. It shouldn't be that people envy the teachings of Krishna, which makes them go far from Mm, the main purpose of why Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita. So there are people who are very, very mm, very what? There are people who are envious is one word, but there are people who are okay. There are some disturbing elements of this world. Why? Because the spirit of snake, a serpent, before one attacks a serpent, serpent has the habit of attacking. It doesn't really wait and it just sees, oh, there is some object which is moving, or it means something is going to attack me. So it will just attack. So the world is filled with people who always are in the spirit of attacking, right? What is it called? Attacking is the best defense. I forgot. There is something like that. It says one, rather someone will attack me and then I become powerless, or my plans are baffled or devastated. Let me attack so that when I have power, then only I can win. So there are so many people, and in this category, Prabhupada is highlighting the people who have not undergone the austerity of religious process, means who have not taken, who didn't act, who does not accept religion. So people who are not theists, uh, or even people who are theists but not have followed it. Next, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness. People who do not do bhakti, telling to them, they think, okay, these are very. Sometimes when you go to a jnani and tell what is devotional life, what is devotional service, bhakti, they think, come on, how can it be? Hmm? This example of perfect creator. Have anyone read this book, small book, Perfect Creator? I mean, I don't know who published it, but this is a very small for kids. There is a perfect creator. There is the story about uh, um, passing the elephant through the eye of a needle. Does anyone recollect the story? Hmm? Yeah, once Narada, he goes and tells to a Brahman that, okay, uh, to pass the elephant through the eye of a needle. Then he laughs. How is it possible?
Narada said, Lord has desired. Said, Lord has said that passing elephant in the
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. So when the Brahmana asked what was the Lord doing, then Narada Muni said, or was asked him, Lord told him to tell to the Brahmana that at the time I am passing the elephant through the eye of a needle. This Brahmana, actually, the question comes from the Brahmana saying, when will I come back to Vaikuntha? And then this Brahman question is what Narada Muni is carrying there, and the Lord is telling, no, he's not going to come back so soon. And then Brahmana was surprised. He was thinking, I'm doing all the pujas, rituals, everything. I'm serving in the temple. I'm doing the priest job and all these things. But why is Lord not? So he was doubting Narada Muni. He was doubting Narada Muni. How is it possible? And he asked, but by the way, did you really see Lord Vishnu? What was he doing? He asked. And that time Narada Muni says, you know what? This Lord Vishnu is passing uh, uh, the elephant through the hole of the or the eye of the needle. Then he laughed and said, "You didn't even go." But the same thing when the same happened, yeah, when the cobbler heard, yeah, you will go in this very lifetime. You will go to Vaikuntha. No, he was surprised and he was asking the same question. But by the way, what was Narayan doing? At that time, he told the same thing. Then this cobbler was quite happy and excited, saying, "Oh, see, my lord, what an amazing thing he's doing." He was enjoying whatever Narad Muni was telling. Yeah, he didn't had any doubt. Hmm. But then Narad Muni had a doubt. How come that he had so much conviction, whatever, I mean, anyway, Lord Narayan can do it, but how could that this cobbler was having so much faith? Then he said, from a small seed, a banyan tree is coming. So is it not an amazing thing? So the Lord can do so many amazing things. So sometimes Gyanis, they struggle to appreciate the uh, what is the word? To appreciate the inconceivable potency of the Lord. So no. And then next third grade, who have not tended a pure devotee. One who has not served a pure devotee, we cannot, it's very difficult. And especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality or who are envious of greatness of Krishna should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita, though it offers gyan for everyone, we have to see who is favorable to accept the jnana. Only faithful persons should be taught, should be spoken. Again, even to them, not confidential. Yeah, we some at someone's home program. I asked, "What is the topic you want to hear?" I mean, not only I heard this couple of devotees desire. Oh, Prabhuji, nice if you do nice katha of Radha Krishna and their nice pastimes. This is what they asked. They have the desire, but are we ready? If you put these conditions, where are we? Hmm? And then accordingly, we may see that, okay, we are far, far away to come to that stage of accepting or hearing the glories of Srimati Radharani. To uh, then automatically, when we come to that stage, by their mercy, we may hear and relish such pastimes. Okay, let me share again the screen. Okay, let me know if you see the screen again.
Yes, Roji.
So, Parth Prabhu.
Yes, Froji. Shall I read?
Yeah.
It is, however, sometimes found that even demoniac persons who are envious of Krishna, worshipping Krishna in a different way, take to the profession of explaining Bhagavad Gita in a different way to make business. But anyone who desires actually to understand Krishna must avoid such commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous. Even if one is not sensuous but is strictly following the discipline enjoined in the Vedic scripture, if he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand Krishna.
Yeah. So even if one is not sensuous, means what is that? Even if one is understood yatyaga, that detachment, who is not sense enjoyment is not the key, that's not the life. Even if one is not sensuous, a yogi, but is strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedic scriptures, if he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand Krishna. So first thing was karmis cannot understand, that was clear. Gyanis cannot understand. Here yogis cannot understand. Parth Prabhu, you getting the point?
Yes, Roji.
Next, who want to read? This is even more advanced level of not understanding teachings of Krishna. Who want to read this line?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Yes, Mother.
when one poses himself as a devotee of Krishna, but is not engaged in the Krishna consciousness activities, is also cannot understand Krishna. There are many persons who envy Krishna because he has explained in Bhagavad Gita that he is the supreme and nothing is above him or equal to him. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. How many of us felt this like that? Yeah, I can't see. How do I know? Yeah. How many of us had this sense of, oh, okay, there is no one in the world who has said that I am supreme, and all of a sudden I come across Krishna who is saying, I am supreme, I am that, I am this. Huh? Shouldn't Lord be very humble? No, Navina Mataji?
Hare Krishna.
No, you don't agree? Lord should be humble, right?
He should be angry, but everything happened to us is there is some cause.
Hmm.
Without any cause, he didn't put in trouble. So for learning something, there did cause but we happen. So sometimes he should be very cruel, anger. Everything happens, something like that. Prabhuji.
Nice.
After no, sometimes we get to know, oh, that thing happened because of this only.
Yeah,
That's why we came to
nice.
know. Hare Krishna.
Hmm. Yeah. Saksham Prabhu, what do you say? Shouldn't Lord be very humble? Hmm.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Uh, I feel that way, but the gyan that Lord is giving in Bhagavad Gita, that is
Hmm.
also telling the way to lead the life,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that also is explaining the day-to-day sufferings that we are having. Are ultimately it's our perception that we are suffering, but it's a way that to be in the lotus feet of Lord ultimately.
Hmm. Hmm. Nice. Yeah. Satish Prabhu, you had the same feeling you said. No, no, what happened?
Yes, so that was during the young age of looking the Mahabharata, television serial. I used to think like, how can somebody self-glorify? But now, yeah, after many years of practicing, I think uh, now at least even I, maybe that feeling is not there probably, but generally, one thing that asked me is like generally, all the rishis and munis, they will glorify the Lord, but the Lord Himself telling that He is the supreme is something still, raises my eyebrow. But yeah, somebody needs to tell the truth, and who better than the Lord Himself? That's my limited
Hmm.
understanding of it. Sorry, truth.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
can I also add?
Yes, please.
Um,
Only who had the same
after,
feeling should add. Huh?
yeah,
Okay, go
Prabhuji,
on.
I feel when something negative or something which we don't have desired but has come our way, it comes as a shock once. But when we started joining the Krishna consciousness, and then the chanting, and then the more you are trying to go closer to the God, it just comes that you have start accepting the things that okay, this is coming for our good. Maybe this used to come before, like after a week, after 10 days, that's the human nature. But
Hmm.
when you try to go close to Krishna, maybe you accept it in a day. But once something of what opposite have come to you, you feel like why God is doing this to us.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah. So, what comes as a shock is because we don't know. Is that right? That's what you mean to say. Did
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
connect you? Okay. Yeah, that's one reason. Yeah. Nice. Then, yeah, thanks, Rita Mataji. Sugandha Mataji, what do you say? Did you had such a thoughts ever?
Yes,
But the
Prabhuji.
feeling. Hmm.
Um, Firstly, I feel God is humble, that He's telling us the way, He's guiding us the way how to go return back to Him. Otherwise, we can think so many ways which are not correct.
Hmm.
But I have, yeah, since we are here in Krishna conscious lecture, uh, if we are in other god, in India we have so many gods. So
Mm-hmm.
in each book, in each Puran, a little bit I've heard that returning to God is mentioned. So here I'm confused, but
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. We are in right direction. Krishna in
Mm.
Krishna's uh,
Yeah. No, I
path.
mean the yeah. What you're saying is whichever book we take and we see that the glories of so and so God as the supreme. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but Bhagavad Gita was sung by only Krishna.
Yes.
And Bhagavad Gita is the place where Krishna is declaring to everyone. Of course, one may know that this was heard only by Arjuna by divine arrangement. It was heard by Sanjaya by divine arrangement. But he led this knowledge not only that he said, "Hey, now I'm telling everything highly secret, don't tell to anyone." No, he didn't say. He's telling who cannot understand. Huh?
Right. Yeah.
Well, so, and through this, we can hear Krishna is saying, I am the sun, I am the moon, I am that, I am this. In fact, we see Krishna is the one who is boldly declaring that I am everything. Yeah. But the question is about humility. Lord, yeah, we know devotees, yeah, should be very humble. Does Lord should also be humble? Of course, yes, yeah, why not? Yeah, because we follow him.
Yes.
uh, and if Lord is declaring all these things, we should also do all these things, saying, "Oh, I created that, I created iPhone, I created iMac, I created I don't know what are other things. I created so many things. So the problem is Lord promoting pride? Uh, because if Lord Himself is saying all that, and can't we also follow Him and we can also say, you know what, I made this wonderful garland. I stitched this wonderful dress. What I did this wonderful, what do you call, flower bouquet. I don't know. So there is no problem, right?
Yes.
If Lord is declaring, we can also, if Lord is sharing with, no, Lord is just informing others. We can also inform others. Hmm. So Lord is showing the supremacy by saying that everything rests on Him. He's saying all this what you have seen is nothing but just a fraction of my energy. He's just this is just a small particle of all what I have created. Uh, so we haven't come across such a detailed statement and very bold statement of others. And in fact, I remember, not this was the reason. There is other reason. There was a colleague called Archana in 2005 or 6, yeah, 2005, 6. This time, yeah, we used to go in the same bus back home from the office, and she used to always see me. I used to use the time. I used to sit in the last row in the bus and do the chanting because anyway, there is no disturbance then, and I could. Yeah, my stop was last like after 1 hour. So while going, I used to do, while coming, I used to do, so that, yeah, 2 hours rounds I could cover like that. Then, because she also lives around, and one fine day she came and she was asking what I was doing. I explained, and the moment she heard Krishna, she got so much. Oh no, it was very clearly on her face. She said, "No, I don't like Krishna." She said, "I never heard someone liking or not liking God." And she said, "I don't like Krishna. Why? Because he has so many wives." Of course, in the next couple of sessions, I was explaining her a very, very high level. Yeah. And she was not envious of Krishna. She didn't had the knowledge of Krishna properly. And that's why she had. Rather, usually there's always a comparison. Yeah. Oh, Lord Ram is Maryada Purushottam and Krishna, uh, so we ideally like if the Lord is like Ram, not revealing his greatness. Uh, but when the Lord is not revealing his greatness, what happened in the case of Ramayana is Ram was doubted, Mother Sita was doubted, everyone were doubted, isn't it? Pratik Prabhu? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And of course, he is also Purna Purushottam. Maryada, he's not just Maryada Purushottam means just only following the Dharma. No, he's also Purna Purushottam means he's completely Purushottama. He's the best among the men. Means not humans. He's the best personalities. So he is also the Lord. He showed, but people didn't appreciate or recognize that, okay, he is Ram. Very few. They appreciated that Ram is Lord. And time comes, yeah, when, yeah, if someone asks who is the lead roles of Mahabharat, can someone say who are they in Mahabharat? Who are the main roles?
Prabhuji, Pandavas, Kauravas,
Hmm.
eh,
Pandavas, Kauravas, uh, Kripacharya, Dronacharya, hmm, Bhishma,
Draupadi,
Draupadi, yeah, Panchal. So many, yeah. Hmm. Do we hear Krishna? Yeah. In fact, who was that? Satish Baba was saying when he was, yeah, see, Krishna's life was, yeah, even in that, when Krishna was shown that he was playing with the gopis, we were thinking, what is this happening? And that too, why this is being shown when Mahabharata is all about establishing the Dharma. Huh? If someone would have seen Mahabharata first time or read first time Mahabharata, Krishna's character or Krishna's role itself is something like a normal, isn't it? Yeah, okay, if he is so interested with his gopis, yeah, that's okay. But what is important is what happened to Pandavas, huh? What happened to Kaurava. So we could still see the main line, main theme of Mahabharata is not Krishna. And all of a sudden, Krishna rises to a position where he is now, yeah, he is who is just a charioteer of Arjuna is speaking highest teachings. Okay, I can accept. If one becomes a guru can do that. Okay, he is, what is that? Jagat, what is that? Jagat,
Jagat Guru.
Jagat Guru, right?
Yes.
What is the shloka? I'm trying to get this Ashtakam. I forgot. Hmm.
Krishna Mande Jagat Vasudeva Vasudam Devam Kamsa Charuna
Yeah,
Martanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishna Mande Jagat
Krishna Mande
Guru.
Jagat Guru. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So one may think, oh, he's a guru, maybe that's fine. But can after certain chapters, Krishna is saying, I am the supreme. Uh, the question still comes, is Krishna humble or not? Krishna is definitely humble. Why? Because he's explaining. Isn't it? Pratik Prabhu, to tell someone, uh, is it not a humility? Usually we are thinking if we don't tell, then that's humility, right? One who is everything and explaining to someone so that other person can understand and understand the importance of it. Yeah, it's just like justification. If someone is giving a justification, you know what, I am that, I did this, yeah. uh, if the king is coming and asking just is speaking all justification, how does it look? Adrasa Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What? Yes.
Yeah. Justification, that will not be nice, I think, for you. Somebody needs clarification.
But it's not needed, right? So the Lord, does Lord has to justify himself, has to explain everything, that I am this, I am that?
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. I think maybe everyone is looking for God, and if God will not say that I'm God, then the doubt will still be there.
Yeah, but why the Lord has to tell? Hmm. If it's up, if you are in darkness, if you are in ignorance, okay, you have created your own problems, isn't it? Why does the Lord has to come and give explanation? You know what? Yes, Arjuna, go and fight. Uh, Arjuna is asking question, who are you? And then the Lord has to tell who Lord is, all everything, all explanations. He would just leave it. Hey, if you don't accept me, it's up to you. That's it. No, the Lord is giving all these things. Yeah, one way, Lord accepting the role of a charioteer itself is a sign of humility. Who, just imagine, can a king from the royal orders, he would just come and become a servant of a warrior? And the warrior is not just saying, "Oh, Bhagwan, आप है तो मैं क्या बोलूँ?" No, Arjuna has to say, "You take the chariot left, right, straight, wherever." The Lord is accepting such a humble position. Lord speaks everything which is in a we see when someone is declaring that I am Lord, that may not be true, but when Krishna says I am Lord, that is truth. What is the proof? When Arjuna asked, show Vishwarupa, then Krishna showed him. If someone claims that I am God and if he is asked to show Vishwarupa, his real Rupa will come out because he can't show uh, the Vishwarupa. So one who is what, if he is saying that, then there is no problem. And he is not saying, you know what, hey, 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 I am so great, everything is in me. I am great, no one is greater than me. Uh, and and to the point now, Krishna is saying, Sarva Dharma Parijanja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. He's saying, hey, give up everything and surrender to me. No, Krishna also told, if you worship Anya Devatas, you will attain them. If you worship Pitra Devatas, you will go there. If you worship me, you come to me. Now we know in which the whole creation, who is where and what is the best. So Krishna helps still to give us this understanding. Yeah. So when Krishna is saying everything, only this category of people can understand. And in fact, yeah, this is first time in 2000, not in 2001. In 2000, I visited along with my engineering friends to ISKCON Bangalore in Rajaji Nagar. I think if someone were there have gone may know it. ISKCON Bangalore. I went there. Yeah, the temple trip starts where you leave your shoes somewhere, and then there is the Hanuman, then there is Balaji, and in that way you keep going up. And as soon as you enter the hall, in the process of chanting, you are already chanting one round. I think there are some 108 stones or steps. Yeah. So one is walking through them, chanting one by one. After that, you come to a very amphitheater kind of altar, three altars, and then in the middle there is all kirtans going on, and then you just walk this way or this way, and then have the darshan and come out. After you have the darshan of wonderful deities, then you walk down. Then there is a big hall just below the deities' room. Below, this is the hall where there are nice sofas. And I was thinking, oh, so nice. because after all, you have been walking all the time, standing, and then there is a place to sit. And if one may get tempted to sit there, then finish. Does anyone know what happens there? So this means no one went there. There's a brainwash program, there are the brahmacharis who are just waiting. That's the reason all these nice sofas are there that people can sit. And then there is one immediately comes and says, you know what? Why don't you take this Bhagavad Gita book? And then it starts from there, right? Yeah, of course, the brahmachari is very nice. He's very soft, and but he's very straight. He's talking to you. And then after, I mean, I was with my friends, right? So, and they were thinking, oh, in fact, I initiated that, hey, let's go to ISKCON. So when this preacher who came and he was telling about Bhagavad Gita, I asked him, even before he told too much, I asked him, is Krishna not egoistic? That he tells this, I am. I haven't seen any God who says that I am this, I am that. And of course, at that moment, my mood was more of as if like I read everything Bhagavad Gita A to Z. I understood 100%. No? I just boosted myself saying I heard. Yeah? In fact, what little I know, I just felt like that and I just spoke. No, because I had so much covered. My gyan is not good and my mood was not good. Both were not good to receive Bhagavad Gita. And whatever that Prabhu or Brahmachari he was speaking, and we said, no, 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 I think we know. And then we just moved. Even if the person was telling absolute truth, uh, we are absolutely fool that time not accepting it. But yeah, but if I think as Adi Rasa Prabhu was saying, if not Krishna, who can declare that he is supreme? Yeah, the Lord is he's Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta. Though Lord is staying, has his own wonderful abode, Goloka Dham, he is manifesting in all other in this so wonderful ways, and he's just telling, my care of address is that, and if you want, you can come there. And the world that I created is this. This is not for you, not for gentlemen. Yeah, just like a government can build a prison house or a what do you call this mental asylums or what? Uh, there are- every now and then new names come. So this is not place for gentlemen. You can come to Goloka. He can call. He can invite. He is telling what to do, how to reach there, how to come there. Yeah, he's. Yeah, of course, the question become why Lord? If Lord is so great, can't he send his messengers? Huh? How much acceptance do we have for messengers? No, no, no. I only want to serve the Lord. Serving the devotee is cheap. Serving the Lord is great. So whatever Lord will. But how does Lord is telling? He is as Paramatma. He is telling something I can't understand. So we need a spiritual master in our life who is decoding the script of the Lord and helping us. Okay, I think we didn't cover the full purport. We will cover that and then go on. So, Sindhu Mataji, if you can read this part of the chapter, no, of the purport. Sorry.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yep.
So which one, Prabhuji? The
Whatever
highlighted
is
one?
highlighted. Yes.
Okay. There are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such persons should not be told of Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. There is no possibility of faithless persons understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Without understanding Krishna from the authority of a pure devotee, one should not try to comment upon Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. So this means we shouldn't preach to anyone else. Yeah, come on. How much faith do I have in Krishna? A little. So, how many people will be there so that we can share Krishna consciousness, knowledge of it, and ask them to. If Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood, yeah, we thought Bhagavad Gita is a basic book, right? So, if when one cannot understand Bhagavad Gita, so what can happen? Because they have so much envy, they get more locked up in their own egoistic unacceptance mode. Yeah, okay, we leave it to the Lord from in within. Yeah, from outside we cannot deal with such people. Okay, it becomes too much. If one is envious of Krishna, what can we do? We can't operate. The Krishna has to operate from within. As Paramatma, he will operate. Only thing, yeah, whatever they are able to accept it, whether in the form of prasadam, in the form of kirtan, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, what to do? Yeah, they're not intelligent enough to understand Krishna is supreme. Because even to understand Krishna is supreme, one need to be intelligent. One can't be a fool and then can accept. So, so for them, medicine is Krishna deals from within, and also from externally. How the world that we are put in is not a place for uh, satisfactory pleasure. You may think, oh, I want pleasure, but that keeps going, and we will never be satisfied. So the Lord, I think yesterday, Adras Prabhu was saying, we got to tighten the screws. And the Lord is doing that. Isn't it? The world where we are things are getting tightened up. Satish Prabhu, what was your last year target at work? And what is it now?
Yes, good. Yeah. Yes, I think
It
2
gets
million.
more and more
Yes,
expectations from you. And the world is not
yes,
going to become more favorable because you have a bigger target, right?
yes, yes. And also more competition and awareness
Yeah,
as well.
more awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to reinvent ourselves and keep moving on this side road.
Hmm. I sometimes think that okay, one should work only 10 to 15 years in life. In that 10 to 15 years of working, earn whatever you can, because the more you get older, the more the world gets tougher. It becomes like okay, the whole purpose of life is disturbed, right? Because the purpose, of course, we wanted to enjoy. Are we enjoying by earning more in this kind of cutthroat competition? No, rather we should get out of it. Hmm. It's like right now we are riding on an tiger. I first heard this. I read an a newspaper, not an article. Yeah, when Ramalingeshwara, who was it? Satyam CEO.
Ramalingam.
Sat, yeah, Ramalingaraj, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So when all of a sudden he turned the board, yeah, of course, Satyam was taken by Tech Mahindra, right?
Yes, yes.
Anyway, that's not so important. So at the time the article was mentioned that he knew what he was going through. He knew that he is messed up. He knew that, okay, but he was just like, he can't stop it until it stops. It's just like riding on a tiger, and tiger, we never know. Yeah, when the tiger can anytime eat. The world we are living is like a tiger, eagerly waiting. When I read that, and when I know that Durga Devi, what is her Vahan? Hmm. Sometimes we see a lion, but also we see tiger. Have anyone seen that?
Yes,
Hmm.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, she has a nice vehicle. She is riding, and we are on that. And That's why, yeah, make whatever you can in 10, 15 years. And yeah, but come on, we always have this fear that what will happen if I survive 50 years uh, from the, what you, whatever you call retirement. Then you continue to work few more years and few more years and few more, and then unless you're frustrated and then you compromise. Okay, now I can't go further. This is what, yeah, for those people, yeah, it becomes very difficult, Bhagavad Gita. Even that's why in the purport Prabhupada is mentioning, even one who is a devotee but not engaging in devotional service, for him also Bhagavad Gita is uh, not appreciated. Yeah, in fact, Sripad Ramanujacharya, first we go through that. As the science of immortality is exceedingly esoteric and confidential, Lord Krishna gives the mandate as to those whom Srimad Bhagavad Gita should never be imparted. Atapas, atapashka, yeah, means one who does not exercise control of their senses. Hmm. So, yeah, the world where we live is throwing arrows, isn't it? Ritu Mataji, you know those nice days where these arrows are love arrows of Cupid. No, now the arrows that come are not so sweet. The arrows that come are bleeding. They are sometimes deadly. Some are Brahmastra, some are Pashpatastra. I don't know what arrows are these. So many astras. What are these? Sense attracting our senses, demanding us to squeeze our energy to satisfy our senses.
Yes, Prabhuji, and the world is full of it for us.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then the next word is na abhaktaya, means one who is not a devotee of Krishna or any of his incarnations and expansions. So one who is not a devotee, so to him we should not speak this confidential subject, and also to one who is just busy in their own sense enjoyment, or that, yeah, Lord is there. Okay, I have given donations. Oh yeah, Lord is there. I went on my birthday or his birthday and did some puja for 100 rupees or whatever, and that's it. No, a deeper interpretation is that it should be, I mean, I'm reading from Sripad Ramanujacharya's commentary. A deeper interpretation is that it should never be given to one who has no love for Krishna. One who doesn't love Krishna, one means one who is not accepting Krishna, one who is not appreciating his greatness, one who is not in a position to accept what do you call, the um, the love of the Lord, one is not accepting. To such a person, Bhagavad Gita is not the best. Just like um, a son who is not favorable and loving his father, then the father is, yeah, he is very neutral, Shantaras. There is no Madhurya, there is no Vatsalya, there is no nothing with that. It's very Shanta. So, a deeper is that, or any of his incarnations expand. Even if one is aspiring to receive initiation as a Vaishnava Brahman, yet if one is devoid of loving devotion to Lord Krishna, then the confidential teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita should be restricted from them until qualified. So even if one has got initiation, okay, we can't just take it for granted that he is a devotee. Unless he, even after initiation, he is actually engaging in the service of the Lord. When he doesn't, then gone case. And then the third quality, third is mentioned is Sushrushave, means one who averts to submissive reverence to the spiritual Guru. Sushru, Sushrusha is serving. So one who does not serve spiritual master. Yeah, how can he is not surrendering to the Lord, he is not surrendering to the interest of Guru, because both are in same. You know what Lord is telling and what Guru is telling, both are same. But if one is not serving the purpose, then he cannot qualify. And the fourth one is Abhyasuyati, means one who is envious and blasphemous to the Supreme Lord. So these are the categories. To these four types of jivas or embodied beings, Srimad Bhagavad Gita should never be disclosed. For whatever they would hear about the Supreme Lord's glories and potencies would make such a vile miscreant offensive in their attitude and actions. So they go more away, offensive. They commit more offenses. Means every offense towards Krishna means one goes miles away from him. The differences of case employed in the ablative form atapshakaya, abhaktaya, etc. to the nominative form yomam, etc. is to emphasize the exceedingly despicable characteristics of those who are uh, abhyasuyati, who are just like poison vipers. Vipers? What is this word? Vipers. Is it like a one who is uh, one who is spitting poison, I think? Huh? The exposure of the wicked is not imperious than the laudation of the virtuous, as the wicked are most degraded. So we should be very careful when we are dealing with such miscreants who are like that. Rudra Sampradaya, we can Rudra Vaishnava Sampradaya. Having thus revealed the essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the conclusions of all knowledge, Lord Krishna gives the mandate for disseminating his divine discourse. Srimad Bhagavad Gita should never be instructed to those devoid of austerities, to those who do not follow prescribed Vedic activities, and who are not on the path of devotion. Nor should one instruct those who are not humble or respectful to the spiritual preceptor and the Vaishnava devotees and is averse to serving them. Never should it ever even be mentioned to those sinful miscreants who are malicious and envious of Lord Krishna, attributing his eternal spiritual form as mortal and thus blaspheme him. One who consider Krishna is a human, Rama is a human, they're disqualified to be hearing Krishna's glories or Ram glories or Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Madhvacharya is saying, this absolute essence and eternal conclusion should never be disclosed to those who are not devotees, those who are not submissive, who are without faith, who are not austerous of controlled senses and unclean mind, who are not committed, who are insincere, who show disrespect to the Vaishnavas and the spiritual master. These should never be instructed Srimad Bhagavad Gita. However, I mean, this is important. However, if one is sincere and trying to serve the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnava spiritual master, either directly as an aspiring disciple or indirectly as a humble aspirant, it's okay. Then this confidential revelation may be disclosed to them if the Vaishnava spiritual master perceives that they have the potential to be a devotee. This is the quality. This is a we should see. Okay, is the person submissive? Is the person inquiring? Is the person open to accept what we are saying? Because otherwise, there is no question. Whoever is born devotee, whoever by himself becomes devotee, only he can be a devotee. We can't preach to anyone else, no? No, we can preach to people who do not know and who is ready to know. The word kadachana meaning affirms should never affirms the point that in absence of devotion to the Supreme Lord, one is not qualified to receive this confidential knowledge. Huh? This is I mean the reason why I have presented the acharyas. We can see our sampradaya, we can see is Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava sampradaya. So we can see what Madhvacharya is telling. He's saying Kadachana means it's not that one should not tell teach Bhagavad Gita to anyone else other than only devotees. No, here it is said the word Kadachana meaning should never affirms the point that in absence of devotion to the Lord, Supreme Lord, one is not qualified to receive this confidential knowledge. No, the Shabda Nirnaya scripture states that the word cha can be used as to one or as the conjunction end. Similarly, in order to emphasize non disclosure to one who is envious or blasphemes the Supreme Lord or his devotees, the word conjunction cha has been utilized the same. One who in the pantheon of devotees is envious and blasphemous is more evil than one who is not a devotee at all. What does that mean? So-called devotees who are envious of Krishna are more evil than so-called non-devotees who don't have such feelings. Huh? And finally, I mean, before we close, from the Kumara Vaishnava Sampradaya, after elaborating on Srimad Bhagavad Gita as the essence of all Vedic scriptures, Lord Krishna speaks of the particulars of who is qualified to receive this most sacred science. It should never be imparted to one who is not a devotee, who is without control of mind, body, speech, and senses, to one who disregards their own natural duties according to status and qualifications, to one who has no reverence for the spiritual preceptors, and to the Supreme Lord, even if practicing austerities. Doesn't matter. Who is averse to serving the spiritual master and the devotees of the Supreme Lord, and never ever to one who is envious and blasphemous of Lord Krishna. By the rule of parallel opposites, the understanding is that Srimad Bhagavad Gita may be instructed by a devotee to one who practices austerities, who is devoted to the spiritual preceptor, who is willing to serve the devotees, and who wholeheartedly loves Lord Krishna without finding faults with anybody. Hare Krishna. So, this is what Krishna is saying. Not only is saying a devotee what he should do, he's saying that for a non-devotee what we should do. How we should deal with a non-devotee and how to become ourselves devotee. Because if just accepting Vaishnava Brahman and initiation doesn't mean that we are devotees, uh, or just becoming so-called devotees but not real devotees, all this is disturbance. Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Any thoughts or questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Partha.
Thank you for explaining this. When Krishna tried to convey this message that he is the Supreme Lord. So, Prabhuji, I think as Krishna is the Supreme Lord, so there is no point of showing humility in that because he is only telling the truth, and that is the absolute truth. So, whoever cannot take it, or they have some envious
Mm,
propensity in
mm,
their mind that Krishna is saying like this because he should be humble enough.
mm.
So
Yeah,
that
but I think we as a devotees expect that we have a perfect perverted understanding of what is declaring one's own real identity. Or yeah, just imagine if there is a manager, or head of the company, if he is coming and saying, you know what, I did that, I did this, I am doing this, I have, then how do you perceive it? You will feel, okay, he's boasting. That is our natural uh, thought process, which we are not in a position to accept it. So when Lord is coming and saying, of course he's saying, he's not boasting, but envious people will think it's boosting and they go more and more far. Not only envious, even if devotees who are semi-baked, huh? You know what is semi-baked? You have made a nice tray of all these biscuits you have put in the oven, and then you turn it on, and then they are half baked, and then there is no power supply. What will happen? They are half baked. So devotees also, no, they still need this nourishment through the spiritual master. They still need the nourishment through service. They still need nourishment through the Lord. When that get disconnected, then one is semi-baked. What does that mean is a so-called one who is practicing, who is devotee, when he come across this, there are two possibilities, right? Such a devotee, either he accepts Krishna as supreme, or such a devotee think, yeah, 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 no other Lord did it. I think maybe it's too much. He may not accept it. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are
So
right.
that's why it's very important to understand that Lord is still humble. Yeah, when Lord is explaining, still that is humility.
mm,
Why Lord is telling all these things to Arjun? He could simply tell this last, na, Sarva Dharma Parinya, hey, give up everything, start fighting, everything is over. He's patiently answering all the questions of Arjuna.
yes, Prabhuji.
So that we don't go away from him. There is a chance now, our pride is there. Lord is pure, and we have pride. Because of a pride that we have or ignorance we have, we may just go away. And now Lord is telling everything. He told everything. He has gradually told everything that in the end, everything rests on me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And I mean, I understand what you are saying. Yeah. Lord need not be humble. Yeah, why should be humble? Humble means a servant is humble. Why
Yes,
will a
correct.
master have to be humble? That's what you are saying, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. So that's
Yeah,
also,
but one is not seeing master as master. Yeah. Until you know he is the master, how you will not accept it, right?
yeah. And also, Prabhuji, the Supreme Lord Krishna is not something that we should copy. We should only follow the instructions. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the Lord is doing, that's none of our business. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever Lord is saying, that should be the business.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. But still, to follow him, yeah,
Mm,
we can follow what we can understand, what we think makes sense, right?
correct, Prabhuji.
Yeah, otherwise, so the beauty of Lord Krishna coming and revealing all these things shows that he cares us. He didn't just say this is the final verdict, you have to follow that like in Vedas. No, no. He's giving us, clarifying all the questions we have. Uh, he's helping us to come to the platform.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And that's why, yeah, sometimes Lord Krishna becomes cheap. This is what happens, right? If someone giving explanation, then he's taken casual or he's taken cheap. Hmm? As soon as Arjuna is asking, come on, show Vishwarupa, when Krishna showed Vishwarupa, then we say, oh, come on, this is no. So that's why the Lord can show his Vishwarupa, yeah, his Virat Rupa also he can show. He can also deal like a caring father.
Yes,
Hmm?
Prabhuji. I think that Lord showed his Vishwarupa, that's for us only, so that we can
Yeah, yeah,
understand. Because Arjuna is already devoted to him. So
yeah. Yeah. The purport Prabhupada mentions that Arjuna is asking so that in future, if someone wants to take the position of Krishna, it should not be possible. That they have to. Uh, this is a litmus paper test. Now, what is that acids we used to do? If you put a paper, then it turns red or blue.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Parth Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay then. Yeah, wish you a very nice Sunday. I think it's getting really sunny a bit. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।